Have you ever wondered how tax brackets work? That's what I want to talk about today. When I was young and in high school, I got my first job and I looked at my paycheck and I was like, hey, I got money. Wait a minute here. They've taken money off my paycheck. Taxes? What are taxes? And then you learn the hard reality that we need roads and bridges and policemen and firemen and all those good things. And you realize, yeah, I guess someone's got to pay for it, so it might as well be me. And then you start learning about taxes and you say, I have to prepare my taxes and I have to, submit a tax return. And then you learn about these things called tax brackets. And then you learn if you make a certain amount of money, you have to pay tax. And if you make even more money, you have to pay even more tax. And if you make lots of money, you have to pay even more tax. And it's called progressive tax rates. And then I used to think that how it worked is that there was this, this column of tax income. Say in today's dollars, it's $0 to $48,000. And I thought, if you make over $48,000, then all of your income is now taxed at that higher rate. That's how I used to think tax brackets work, and I thought that didn't seem very fair to me. And then I realized once I started doing taxes and I started getting into it and I started taking the classes and learning, I was like, okay, that's not how it actually works. There are tax brackets and there are different tax rates, but it's like milk and cream, butter and cheese. That's how I like to say it. So the first income in the first bracket from zero, this is federal dollars, in the federal tax bracket, from $0 to $48,535 is taxed at 15%. That's like the milk. Then what happens is the next bracket isn't the whole amount, it's just the marginal amount. So the difference between $48,000 and $97,000, that amount is taxed at 20.5%. So again, this bracket here is 15%, then it goes to 20.5%, and then the next bracket from $97,000 to $150,473 is 26%. That's like your milk, cream, butter. Then you get into the cheese. That's the $150,000 to $214,368. That's the next bracket. And the final bracket, I like to joke around and call it the stinky cheese bracket. It's the $214,368 to and above. Everything above that amount is at 33%. And the marginal rates above that, you pay more taxes. But it's not like as if you go $1 over, everything is at that new high rate. So that's how tax brackets work. Now the numbers I gave you earlier, which I'm probably going to put up there, are the federal numbers. There's also, once the federal government gets their piece of the pie, then the provinces want their piece of the pie. So whatever province you reside in, they want their tax as well. So you take the same amount of taxable income, and then they have their brackets. So the provincial brackets are $0 to $44,740. That's at 5.05%. Then from $44,740 to $89,482 is at 9.15%. Then over $89,482 to $150,000 is 11.16%. And $150,000 to $220,000 is at 12.16%. And anything over $220,000 is at 13.16%. So those are tax brackets and how the taxes work. Because I do find some people will say this to me. They'll say, well, I don't want to work. Should I work overtime this week because I don't want to have to pay extra taxes? As if they're going to move into another tax bracket and all their income is going to be taxed at that high rate. I say, no, you should always try to make as much money as you can, provided your lifestyle. If you don't want to work the extra overtime, don't work it. But if you want the extra money and you're worried about taxes, work the overtime. What'll happen is, from a payroll side of things, your employer will have to take extra tax off on that specific paycheck because the payroll calculations are based as if you were making that every week of the year, which would put you into these marginal tax rates. But what happens is when you go to do your taxes at the end of the year, if you work that overtime, pay that extra taxes on that one paycheck, 1 or 2 paychecks throughout the year, you'll actually get the majority of that back in your tax refund. So it's always good to work the extra hours and make more money. Don't worry about taxes. Don't let, it's always good, to make more money. Nothing wrong with that. So hopefully that's helped you. I helped clear up some misconceptions about how tax brackets work. I know that confused me when I was younger, but now I know how it works, and now I hope you know how it works too. And like I've said in other videos, if you have a question about taxes and you need some help, we'd love to help you. It's PV3 Tax Inc. in I almost said Paris. I'm an airhead. I'm from Ayr, not Paris. I'm not sure why I said that. In Ayr, Ontario, at the Watson Mall, 45 Stanley Street, Unit 203. We'd love to do your taxes.